And Vectol's like, this is my mate. Her name is Georgie. She is mine. I've resonated. And also there are like a bunch of more of her in a cave up the mountain. And Rahosh is like, say what? And immediately is like, a cave full of women, let me resonate. I am here for it.
I want to point out for a moment that this is like if I had been single all my life and then I found an Ewok and I was like, oh, awesome, it's an Ewok I can have sex with.
Yes.
The humans and the Sakwe do not look the same at all, and yet there's all these Sakwe males are still like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, instant.
Any port in a storm.
Any port in a storm.
The girls from there have to make their way with these Ice Planet Barbarians. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, that was a pretty solid summary. So guys, come closer, guys. Like, this was so painful. Nothing else we have read has made me cringe so hard. And you find out he has something inside him. You don't know exactly what it is just yet at this point, called a Kui. And the Kui resonates when you find your perfect mate. His Kui has resonated for Georgie, which means, like, they're mated now. He is insta in love with her, super horny, like, taking her to a cave. And then he puts her down in the cave and he's like, I must taste. And this is the beginning of where Maria started truly dying. He must taste of her, which they say all the time, but not just taste of her, but taste of her sweet juices.
Like it's Kool-Aid.
Guys, I can't.
Or Sunny D.
I can't.
You remember Sunny D?
I can't. They also refer to it as honey. And I cannot. I can't. I don't want to think about it. But anyway, so then we switch over to Georgie's narration. She thinks she's dreaming, and in her dream, a man is going down on her, and it feels great, Tony the Tiger style.
That's exactly what they are. They're blue Tony the Tigers. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but you're right, that's totally what they are.
And except with horns. But anyway, Vectol is eventually painted as a very positive character. So, like, this is not seen as, like, she literally says, maybe it's just a custom to greet a girl with oral on this planet. In that tone, that is literally the tone the narrator used to say that line. She finishes. He starts positioning himself for a little hide the sausage. And she's like, no, this is where I draw the line. No. And he's like, that's wild. You were just so into this. Why are you saying no? You're so confusing, weird alien creature. She tries a lot to get them up the mountain. But anyway, they have sex that night. And then the next day they head off.
Whoa. This is, now that we need to explain exactly how this works and what the intricacies of the Sakwe biology are. So, there are two enhancements, let's say, to their equipment that I think are relevant here. Do you remember both of them, or should I?
So I'd actually say there's three. Their tongues are ridged and knobby, which makes for what Georgie says is very good oral. I don't know if I necessarily like the sound of that. This sounds a little, like, rough, but anyway.
Yeah, you know how a cat's tongue is sandpaper? I don't think that would...
Yeah, like, I don't, not for me, I'll pass. So that's the one. And the other one is their thinglings are ribbed for her pleasure. They have ridges. They have ridges. And then there is this mysterious nub. She calls it a spur, and then every girl calls it that from this point forth. The spur, a couple of inches up from the top of the cock base, and it's just there, and you're like, huh. She's like, what could that be for? And I'm like, these men are literal rabbits. And by that, I mean rabbit toys. While the one's doing the one thing, the other one's getting the clit. Like, it just...
This is what's weird about it. It's ridiculous, yes, but here's what I find hilarious, is that the female Sakwe do not have a clit. Right? So, first of all, it's kind of tragic. But second of all, why do the men have this then? What does it do in Sakwe?
It does nothing, because multiple women are like, what does it do? And they're like, I don't know, it's just a part of my body. It exists here. And, like, at first you're like, is it another, like, pleasure point for the guy? And, like, only one girl really tries. but it does
It doesn't
nothing.
have a lot of nerve endings.
This author was like, fuck it. I just want my sex toy alien boyfriend, and I'm gonna write it. I'm not gonna justify it within the world building. It's not like, oh, the women have 2 holes and this whole thing, and like nothing. There's no justification for this within universe besides, and it lines up, also for the record, perfectly to each girl's clit.
Maybe. Okay, maybe. Hear me out.
And
No, hold on. The cooey, when it resonates for a girl, it automatically adjusts it to match.
Or maybe that's the physical thing they're looking for. Where they're like, this guy's spur.
They think it's all about fertility, but no.
This guy's spur is 3 inches up from his dick, and her clit is perfectly placed. The two shall meet. And then also, guys, I hate this. I hate it so much. Also, 2 books end with doggy style.
Yes.
The first 2 books end with doggy style. And they discover.
Well, the Sakwe find it very erotic because they have tails, so they never do it.
Has this author never seen any animal with a tail have sex?
You know what? You mean how dogs have tails? The literal style it's named after?
Or like lions or lizards, because like maybe it's a really big, thick tail, but like that's still how, like, guys, this works in the animal kingdom. Can we not pretend a tail is this immovable object? Like, is it right on top of the like Sakui assholes? Like, I don't understand how this is working. What is happening here? The spur also magically fits perfectly, so when the guy is taking you from behind, you're getting a little anal play. Again, anatomically, how is this working?
It's not like it's prehensile or something.
Exactly. It's not. And like for it to match perfectly with the clit and the asshole.
Well, look, we don't necessarily know why the aliens picked these 22-year-old girls in specific, so maybe there was a certain symmetry in body parts they were looking for. A certain ratio.
I can't. And like, again, the Sakui women do not have a clit. This thing does nothing. It literally, all the men are like, I guess this is just part of my body for no reason. Again, this author unabashedly was like, these are my kinks. This is what I want. I'm not justifying it.
At a certain point, she decides that she's going to go out into the cold and help him hunt. And she makes a bow.
Oh, no. You are skipping one of my favorite scenes ever. It is fucking hysterical, guys. She has the Kui, and she has resonated to him, which she hates. Liz hates not having a choice in things. She was kidnapped by aliens. Nobody asked her. They were gonna sell her. She wasn't gonna get a choice. She crashes on this planet. Now she has to deal with these people. She didn't want a Kui. He forced it to her. Now, against her mental wishes, her body gets hot and bothered every time Rahosh, the big, burly, silent type, walks in. And there's a point where it gets so bad. She's lying on the furs. It gets so bad.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you did. I know you did. When she first wakes up after the Kui gets put into her, she's so pissed. She's so angry. He fucks off. She starts masturbating. He comes back into the cave. And she just keeps masturbating, staring at him going, you don't get this. You can't touch me. This isn't for you. Fuck you, Rahosh. And Rahosh knows what she's saying, so he's like, obviously, despite her being very aroused and obviously wanting me, she doesn't want me to touch her, so I'm not going to, but I am going to masturbate back at her and show her what I have.
What he brings to the table.
Or
under the table.
So they angry masturbate at each other. His dick is described as even bigger than Vectal's, and it literally, I think, not his, the next guy's described as 12 inches, but it's like as long as her, like, forearm. Ladies, for reference. Vaginal canals are not that long. Like, all these women can take these guys fully. Like, there's no, only, like, 3/4 fit. And like the last bit just like has to, nope, everybody fits everything perfectly. These women, their uteruses are up here now. Their uteruses are now just like, everything has just been shoved up into their rib cage. It's fine. Everyone's fine. The Quee has expanded the vaginal canal without making the women any different. It's fine. He asks, like, I can't get Kira to respond. What do I gotta do?
First, Liz goes, "You gotta kiss her." And he's like, "She doesn't want to be kissed."
He also doesn't know what kissing is yet.
Oh, yeah, none of them knew what kissing was. We forgot to say this, yeah.
Guys, they know what oral is. They regularly do oral. They know that you can put a mouth against a vagina.
But a mouth against another mouth to them is highly erotic and strange. And they call it mouth mating.
They've never heard of it. Nobody's done it. Where are these society of men who just always do oral? Liz is like, thanks, Georgie, for talking to Vectal. Like,
you're my girl.
Bro move. Georgie's like, I got you, boo. And then she's like, by the way, if you want to blow Rahash's mind, ask him for doggy style. And I'm like, so book 2 ends exactly the way book 1 did, where they have doggy style. And Liz, again, it immediately hits her asshole, and she's like, don't stop. Do it again. Not like, oh,
Oh my gosh, it's so dumb. Again, it's like such Looney Tunes porno logic.
Liz realizes after she gets the Quee, the cooked meat is tasteless, and she doesn't like it anymore. And so she starts eating it raw.